Hi guys, so today I am going to make some double chocolate chunk cookies, and this is my favorite recipe. Honestly, they're the best chocolate cookies I've ever had. So when I'm thinking of recipes to make for the sabbats, I try to use the smells, the innocences that are associated with the sabbat, as well as the foods and the symbols. So for Beltane, vanilla is one of the innocences that are associated, and for the symbols, I believe eggs and butter are associated. And even though these cookies are 100% vegan, so there's no butter or eggs in them, cookies are typically made with that, so people associate that with that. Or cake is another thing that could be made during Beltane, as long as it has vanilla and, alternatives to eggs or butter. So I'm going to bring you guys along as I make these wonderful cookies, and I'll show you guys how it's done. So yeah, I'm just gonna go change my shirt because I don't want it to get covered in flour, but I'll meet you guys in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys can hear me when I talk, so I think I'll just do a voiceover. Baking powder, 2/3 a cup of cocoa. I have really dark cocoa. I got a special cocoa that was extra dark, so it's not the normal stuff that, this isn't even the right thing. I got it from the bulk barn. If you have a bulk barn near you, you can probably get a bunch of different cocos, so just go with the darkest one because it always makes food look better than the normal chocolate one, you know. Here in Canada, Red Path sugar is actually vegan. In other countries I don't think it is, like I don't think in the States it is, because they process it in bone char, but in Canada they don't. And I also have Red Path for brown sugar. So because the cocoa is so dark is why this looks more gray than brown. So you can use normal cocoa, that's perfectly fine. I've done it with normal cocoa before and it still tastes wonderful. So you do have to use coconut oil for this recipe. You can try it with margarine, vegan margarine, but I'm not sure if it's going to work as good because the coconut oil, when it hardens, it kind of keeps the cookie together, whereas other oils don't really harden at room temperature, so it might not work, but you guys can try it. I mean, it's still going to taste good even if it doesn't hold its form or stay together or anything. This is actually the only recipe I use coconut oil for, because I only use coconut oil for beauty related stuff like toothpaste and everything and oil pulling. So this is the only recipe I actually use it for. So even though it is liquidy, I'm going to put it in the microwave for a little bit just to make it clear rather than white. So when I make recipes, what I do is I put all the liquids together and then I put all the dries together, and then I mix it in slowly after I create a little welt in the middle of the dry ingredients. So now I just have to add vanilla and some soy milk, and then I am going to mix it all up. So this is my favorite soy milk, however I drink the vanilla and I use the original when I do cooking. However, if you're making a sweet recipe like cookies or cake, you can use the vanilla one. It will not affect the flavor if you have vanilla in it anyway. And now all I need is some chocolate chips, which I have 2 different types of chocolate chips. And because I like things extra chocolatey, I think I'm going to use both. So I have chocolate chips from Costco that are accidentally vegan. Semi-sweet ones, accidentally vegan, at least in Canada. My favorite chocolate chips, which are from the bulk barn, they are, I think it's carob powder used to make them. So I love these because they're so fudgy and sweet. So I think I'm going to use both of them to get a little bit of a mixture, because these are a double chocolate chunk, of course. So you can put about 1/2 cup of them in there, and or more if you want, but not too much more, otherwise it's it's not going to blend properly. So then you just have to grease the pan that you're going to put them on. I have to use a cookie sheet because that's all I have. You preheat your oven to 350 degrees and then you cook for about 12 minutes. But I always check the cookies every once in a while to make sure. But these ones, you can't really tell when they're ready because of the consistency. So trust me, cook them for 12 minutes. Press them down too because they don't expand like other cookies. You have to shape them and they will be that shape when they come out. So cook them for exactly 12 minutes. Take them out, cool them down. When they're cool, they will harden, but before then, they will be really soft. So this Oreo crumb dirt-like consistency is the consistency you want. A little bit wet so you can mold it, but not super dry or super wet. So try to make them this size rather than that size. I just was really bad at telling that they weren't the same size, but yeah, press them down with your fingers, go around the edges and move in all of the dough and the chips. This size would probably cook better than this one, so I might cook it a little longer than 12 minutes. And as you can see, it's really dark. Really dark. It almost looks like I put activated charcoal in there, but I didn't. It's just the cocoa powder I got. So yours might look a little bit different in color, but they should basically look like this. And then you cook it and you're done. So this is the end of the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for another recipe video. Bye!